Welcome back everyone to another day in Athkatla. Today we're going to save a young boy's spirit from being restless. And so we shall venture with Draconia into the upper rooms of the Copper Coronet and find this young boy's teddy bear. Yep, it's as simple as that. Just getting the teddy bear and then leaving. At least that's what we want to do. Let's see if it's easy as that. You remember Linus? Here he is.
I need a swig of some strong dwarven ale.
Your name is Linus, right? Well, I've been sent by the ghost of a little boy you murdered to retrieve his stuffed bear. Hand it over now! Now we have an option to kill him or to spare him. Well, people do say an eye for an eye. You don't deserve to live, you murdering fiend! And now he shall die. Oh, he even hit me. Like once. Unfortunately, you now are dead. Justice has been brought. By the way, that is one of the reasons why I didn't choose lawful good, because sometimes I'm doing something that is not lawful at all, even in the balance, so to speak. Might actually be more of a chaotic good action than I just did, but you know what? Justice has been brought to the boy. And that's all. Now we don't want to talk to the dog. We want to move on. Ooh, a rat. Now, let's go back to the graveyard. And bring the bear to the boy. He should be right about here again. Or somewhere different. Boy, where are you? Who? Who? Oh, she's one of the mourners, okay. Oh, there's the boy. Good that we've got on group infravision. Wonderful. Yes, well then, here is your bear. You can go to sleep now. No problem at all.
Swing harder, swing harder, swing harder.
And 15,000. Lovely. Now let's get out of here, shall we? Now, what we should do next is we should... Come on, Draconia. Go. We could go to different locations. We could either go after Ares' problem from Quail to the Bridge District and finish up 2 quests there as well. Or we can go to the docks. And I'm going to the docks because I want to get rid of the body that we're carrying all the time. He said he wanted to go to a man named Rylock. So we're gonna keep the lookout for a man named Rylock. Also, loot. I don't think so. I don't owe you any money, friend. Very well then. Here's a gold piece to tide you over. 1 gold is nothing at this moment. Besides, he's one of the only beggars that actually does that, so we're fine. Now here is the headquarters of the Shadow Thieves. And there is a mad cleric that is talking to us. I'll not convert to Cyric's worship. Or do anything else, you ask. Garrrr! Well, the problem is clerics are not really that tough. We were held anyway. Lovely. However, not for long. Zing! That was pretty easy. Let's see what spells we can learn here. Of course, the one spell that I actually do need or want is not going to be copied into my spellbook. It's as simple as that. Let's have a look over here. Oh look, it's a place with lots of loot in it. I wonder if there are any traps here. I can easily walk over those crates. That's not a big issue. And Jan should be able to detect all what is in here. Going to collect the magic items, going to leave the rest here, since we don't really need anything of that. Just going to make sure there's nothing else that could possibly kill us. Nope, everything seems fine. Alright. So look, everything that could be identified is identified. Let's leave. Anyway, what I was saying before, this is the building where the Shadow Thieves reside. However, I'm just going to open the door. I'm not going to get in just yet, because there are so many quests in this game that I'm trying to get in a kind of an order here, without screwing anything up, basically. And that is why we are going to go down here first. Also, this will lead us to a very interesting quest line that you might remember one character of from the past. What? Oh! Look! We're fighting vampires now, are we?
No one crosses the Shadow Thieves and live. Very well.
Going to fight her. Let's just hope she doesn't hit us and drains us levels. That would be very bad at this moment.
No effect.
Oh! Lucky! They didn't hit us. Did we get experience? We did. Lovely. 8,500. Not too bad at all. And here is Rylock, and here is Yahira. Let's talk to Rylock.
What can it be now?
It's not a problem. Glad to be of service. Thank you. Now what this triggers is once we go back up, we can see that there is a dude named Xzar. And if you have played the first game, you might remember Xzar as one of the sorcerers or magicians that joins you in the very beginning of the game, if you want his companionship, that is. And he also had a friend called Montaron, which was a halfling thief. Now, let's talk to Xzar. Xzar, it's me, Draconia. Don't you recognize me? Thank you. What Harpers? What are you talking about? Exactly what kind of job are you talking about here? Alright, let me see what I can do. Very well. Now Xzar gives us the opportunity to go have a look inside the Harpers building. And we're going to do exactly that.
What can it be now?
Yes, could you tell me what manner of place this is? Really? I thought this was the Harpers headquarters. I'm saying that it's the Harpers headquarters here in the city. That is what it is, isn't it? Is it supposed to be a secret? I wasn't aware of that. I suppose just be on my way then and try to avoid telling everyone I know about this place. Well then, letting me inside to take a quick look around shouldn't be much of a problem, should it? What sort of small task are you talking about? Yes. Why not just deal directly with the owner of the house? Very well, I will do as you ask. Right. So before we do anything, let's have a look at the map. He said it's Prebek's house. I remember the days when I went into this one, slaughtered someone, came back and he said, well, isn't he dead already? And I was like, what? And then I remembered, oh, it's actually not this house, but it's that one. Or rather, this entrance here. So we need to go in here to get rid of this man for the Harpers. It will be a very easy task, nothing special. But once we are inside the house of the Harpers, we can do a few things that we wouldn't be able to do normally. And that will make things like giving us a few free experience points and some such very easy. Now, we are going to go in with everyone, but this mage has a certain ability to hold person. And that is why I'm going to press spacebar already, so the game is already paused once I enter. Now, this is the mage here, Prebek, and he has 3 goblins. Nothing too fancy really going on, but we do want to take care of him pretty fast. So we're going to click on him already, and we're going to take these 3 to attack him. And then we're going to cast Greater Malison.
Let me help.
And we are going to cast Hold Person. And that should be it. It's testing us, blah blah blah. Alright. Greater Malison is already being casted, so we can cast Hold Person as well. And Aerie is going to cast a magic missile onto the main mage. She's held, so she can't do anything. And we are going to cast another magic missile on him. And the good is, the more attacks we get onto him, the faster he's going to die. Because his mirror image is going to not last for very long. Now these 3 are going to kill the goblin, and then we're going to kill Sanasha. Shouldn't be too hard. By the way, she's protected from normal missiles. This purple round cylinder around her is protecting her from any normal missile attacks like bows with normal arrows and crossbows and stuff like that. Completely invulnerable, but not of course invulnerable to normal attacks or magic attacks like with our sword. Lots of stuff to collect, that is always nice. And now we have the wonderful opportunity to get Dispel Magic onto our spell list. And since this is a very important spell, I'm going to save here. I want this to work. Oh, it already is? Oh. Must have missed that. Oh yeah, because of Hold Person. Alright, she will get one once we level up again then, I suppose. Very important one. Now, I do think we have Fireball, but oh no, Jan doesn't have Fireball and Aerie does not either. Alright. Aerie has more intelligence, right? 16. Oh, they both have the same. Fingers crossed! Wonderful. That's all I needed, actually. It's already inside, and she can't learn any more than that, but that is fine. Ah, well, I suppose that's something to sell then. And that is something to sell as well. We're gonna place that here. Now, Jan, you're up to scout the area for traps. Whoa, 3 of them at the same time. Oh, biting arrows. I like that.
What would you like?
You stop.
Those biting arrows can really bite you in the butt if you're not prepared for that in here. Especially because you need to heal yourself from poison if you fail the saving throw.
Just tell me all about
Now let's see what we have inside here. Wow, he keeps a whooping 1 gold piece in there. Lovely. And we have a hammer and a few more spell scrolls. Right, I think this warhammer will be well suited in Anoman's hand because he has warhammer on 1 point, so he can handle that very well, and now has a magic weapon, which is quite nice. Warhammers are actually pretty strong. Come on, Leah. There we go. At least 1 spell learned. Wonderful. There's another one in here. This is more of a fear-making spell. And we failed that as well. How wonderful. Wasn't there a door here? I know here is one, but could have sworn I saw the cursor change into... Oh, well, maybe not. I'm just paranoid. Anyway, Prabak is dead. Now we need to close this door in order for everyone to get back on the outside. And go back to the Harper Guard. Also, by the way, since I've just been reading this tooltip down here, if, for example, you were hit by Harpers, the vampire that we fought here like a few minutes ago, and you get level drained, you need to go to the temple to heal that, or you could use one of the most important spells, this one, Lesser Restoration. At this level you only have Lesser Restoration, so the priest will be completely drained of life source, so to speak. He will need to rest, and yeah, that's pretty bad actually. When you're inside a very deep area and you can't rest there, for example, it can get pretty bad. But temples will do the same thing, so you just need to go there, cast restoration, and everything is fine again. Anyway, we have finished this quest, and now we can go inside. Now, what you want to do in here is actually pretty simple. We want to look for clues where Montaron is. However, I'm going to make sure that we have enough space for Jan to do what he does best. And that means we are going to take a look around this area and see what we can find in here. And that means having a look around here completely and looting everything we can that we want to have.
I approve heartily of the path that has been taken so far.
Now here's a helmet, for example. This helmet is pretty nice. Let's see what I mean that in a bit. I want to make sure we get everything from this place before we leave. Come on, Jan. Also, there's some books here, but nothing special that we really need at this point. I think that's it. There's an amulet here that you definitely want to pick up. And now we are going to take a look at all the things around here. The Harper stronghold is not really that big, but there is a staircase here that's leading us up to somewhere. And a statue. Mystra, the goddess of magic and a reputed friend of the Harpers. Now, that's about it what you can discover in here. How I want to identify this helmet, which is a helmet of charm protection. And since Anoman doesn't have any special helmets, he's going to take that one Whoa, what the hell was that?
Whatever you desire.
That was a weird sound. Hopefully you didn't hear that as much as I did. Now I'm going to go through the door here on the right hand side first.
At your service.
I'm just going to see where we end up going with this, because I'm not exactly sure anymore. But we'll see. I think we're going outside now again, aren't we? Yes. We don't want that. We want to go upstairs. However, you should be aware of one thing. When you get upstairs, there will be something waiting for you there. Some kind of ghosts. And these ghosts will potentially attack you if you do not have this amulet equipped. So we're going to wear that. It says, all of the Harpers that you have met in this area are wearing one of these amulets. Perhaps it some identifies one as being a Harper. Could there be a section of this building that can only be accessed by Harpers? Well, that is exactly correct. Because the area up here can only be accessed by Harpers. Now we're going to talk to this dude here, to Berenvar, first. I notice you're all wearing the same necklace here. Is that the purpose to that? What's so dangerous about the second floor? Yes, indeed. The Guardians? What are they? Too bad he won't be talking to us, however. We're going to take a look over there anyway. Now, normally, they would attack us. But now, since we wear the amulet, everything is fine. There was a thief captured here not long ago. What happened to him? At this place, what was it? What is there here that someone would want to steal? Well, calm to steal, that's wonderful. How does someone become a Harper? Alright. You're unique to Harper service. What manner of creature are you? Alright. I will leave you alone now. Very well. Now we can search everything in here without problems now. That is exactly what we want to do. There are some items in these bookcases. Just going to quickly search through any of them. Oh, I want that. And then we're going to do something which is giving us a few experience points. We'll attack these ghosts. The reason why we're doing that is because we want to make sure that once our group gets up here, there is nothing going to attack them. Right, we only have a few things here that we can collect. It's not much up here, but it's worth a shot to look at all these things. Now in here is a special quarter that we're going to search with Jan later. And now we're going here. But we can't do that because our group is not completed up here. Can we go here? No, we cannot indeed. Now we're going to open this door here though. And we're going to find a birdcage. Gonna have to stand very close to this door. You're too far away to use that. Still, alright. What? Let's read here. This is an elaborate indoor aviary filled with exotic plants as well as numerous strange birds. You see a small bird flying through the branches of the aviary. You could catch it if you wish to. And we have gained an item. Let's look at the bird. From what the spectral Harpers have said, you gather that this bird was once Montaron. This would be what Xzar is looking for. Very nice. Now these ghosts are not really that strong, so that's why I'm going to attack them. Should be able to kill them no problem, actually. They do deal quite a good amount of damage, but they don't hit that often, so... And they also give 9,000 experience points per kill, which is always nice to have. 27,000 for more or less nothing. Oh, we are feared now.
Pledge my service and my life.
Well, I suppose Keldon can come up and deal with this. Probably he will get scared as well. Well, Draconia is feared, so... There we go. That should do the trick. And it is dead. Now, we're going to go down again. Or rather, actually, we're going to take everyone up first, because I want to loot these containers. Jan, your time. Besides, we want to take a look at the third floor. It might lead us outside, I'm not entirely sure anymore, but we'll find that out. Is there any traps here? Yes. Also, experience that you gain from opening locks and disarming traps will increase once your level of the thief increases. So the more you have, the better it is. Right, these go to Jan, this goes to Nalia, and this will be kept by me. Keldon is level up. A lot of saving throws decreased. Thaco, 12 hit points. I like that. Also, one more point for something. We choose two-handed weapon style. Because Keldon is always wielding a two-handed sword for me.
I approve heartily.
Also, dispel magic.
You sound like Golda.
Yeah, if that's what you want. I will just whatever you decide.
Now we have 3 charges of dispel magic per day, which is actually more or less the minimum amount we need for doing a little bit more fighting against wizards and stuff. Can't use that, but we can use the other things. He has that already, and she didn't learn that. Now let's have a look outside here, to the third floor. And yes, we're now on top of the building, and this is the other place where we could go outside.
This reminds me of that time way back.
We could go down here, but there is no practical purpose other than going inside here. I'm going to show you the outside anyway, so we can get back into the building from this side here. And then we will be inside the building on the first floor again. Now let's head out. And that's all that we need from the Harpers building. We can now unequip the amulet again. But we're going to save it, just in case, for now.
This is a lot more exciting than any circus.
Now let's heal up a little bit. 96 and 139. Alright, we have the bird, let's talk to Xzar. Huzzah. I have found out what happened to him, yes. He was turned into a bird, which I have with me here. Everyone received 35,500 XP, hooray! That is not Montaron! Indeed! And whoots! He's dead. And yes, so the fool dies. What in the blazes is going on here? Are you not his spy? Well, obviously not. What was his crime? What is the reasoning for this murder? Oh, wonderful! He was in the service of the Centauri. Not very nice. Alright. No. Oh, Jan. Again, a lovely story from the bird is really the assassin trick indeed. Oh, Jan. The gnome always cracks me up. Anyway, there's a lot of good stuff to be had here. Whoa, what the? Alright. There was no offense taken, anyone. Why don't you then? Alright. Yes, indeed. Not a sister per se, though. Imran isn't really my sister, but we did grow up together, and we're very close. Alright, thank you, Animan, for interrupting my search of this body and getting rid of the wonderful items this man has in store for us. Oops, no. There they go. And Jan leveled up. Thief, yes. Good, now let's increase this to 100 each. You can increase it past this, but for the moment I want to make sure that we have move silently and hide in shadows as well. This will be increased by 20 each level, and 5% will go into set traps for later. You may wonder why, but I'm not going to spoil anything. This will be a long way from when we have to use this, so I'm not going to spoil. Already have that. Perhaps he can identify that for us. No, she can't. A braces of 6, that is nice. And Alia will get the other ones. Right. Now, since we've completed this quest, I'm going to show you something that is only going to be relevant for much later. Like, close to the end of the game, basically. But I'll show you to it anyway. I'm going to save here before trying to deactivate this trap. I'm going to open this door and go inside. Now, there are 3 minor towers in here.
I am yours to direct. I shall go forth at your command.
However, that's not the problem in here, basically.
With all speed, comrade. Point your sword, and I
Yeah.
shall strike myself. Strike you down.
The reason why I'm going inside here is down here. Besides, it does seem weird that a group of Minotaurs is just inside a normal building in Athkatla, isn't it?
Just ask.
The reason for that is like a pretty simple one, actually. Normally, Minotaurs are guards of treasures, or guards of very evil beings. As such, one of them is down here.
Whatever you do.
And this being is inside the sarcophagus. This doesn't seem very inviting, does it? No, it certainly is not. However,
Are we gonna kill something now? Come on, maybe.
not yet, Lilako. We'll be doing that very soon, though. I'm gonna talk to the sarcophagus, or open it rather, and there is a golden skull talking to us. At last! Yes. I am Draconia, an adventurer. What are you? What has happened to you? His name is Kangax. Maybe some of you will actually notice this name is spelled backwards in Dragon Age 1, because there is a certain part in Dragon Age 1 where you can get to where you fight some kind of ghost/lich creature that is named Gaxkang, as far as I remember. And that is of course a little bit of a reference to this lich here. Alright, I will do what I can to help. Where might I find these parts? He wants his arms, legs, and torso. Now that is something we can deal with later. Because everything that has been taken from him is being kept by another lich. And liches are one of the hardest enemies, because they have some very destructive spells in their repertoire. So we do want to fight them very late in the game, because then we have good weapons to hit them with, and have good spells to counter them with. So that should be pretty easy once we reach that point. However, we're going to make our way across here to the exit of the district, and then we shall be saving the game and ending the episode. Whoa, what the... thugs, okay. Well, I suppose we have to fight them, right? A ruffian captain. Alright. What? Where are they going to? I want to say, like, where? You don't get to my magicians down there. No way. Alright, while they are going to fight here, I'm going to loot their bodies. They shouldn't have too much on them. That's what I did in Diablo 2, by the way, as well. Like, when the other were fighting, I'm collecting the gold and stuff like that. Loot. It just makes spending some time there very easy and fast. So the others don't have to do the looting, and that will speed everything up.
Wear on me. I can't remember the last time I walked so much in a single day.
Yeah.
Fury, you remind me so much of Cletus Bifferlips, my second cousin, thrice removed.
This one is one of his favorites indeed. So, anyway, we'll be leaving, and when we come back, folks, more quests in Azkatla. So, I will see you all next time.